visit? I'd be happy to accept. Let's see who can catch a little devil first, shall we? That's not what I... sure, game on. This is the elusive blue devil. This is not the time for rejoicing. Stay back, it's a monster. In that case, I feel as though I should give you some kind of reward as well. I wouldn't be much of a noble if I didn't repay someone for their kindness. I think even I understood what he was saying this time. Try not to overthink it. Something along those lines. There's no reason you need to try and find out alone. Not when you've got all of us with you. Welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2. And so, we're doing the bonding events here. Even the air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why Yon Kafai is so fond of this village. I hope that I'll get the chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day. We'd be happy to have them. And don't worry, I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances once the war's over. I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. But I'm still at a loss as to how, though. What should we do, I wonder? She definitely is racking her brain over this. Maybe a break would do her some good. Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're struck on a difficult problem. That sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room? What? So this is your bedroom. The decor has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of Yon Kafai. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the 8 Leaves Blade School? At the Blade. I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures that's what you were interested in. Why would you be surprised? Oh, it's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Wait, actually, I do have some tea leaves Master Kafai gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea? Really? I like that very much. This has quite a refined taste indeed. It isn't my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at her class tea house during the festival. But this seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance. Master Kafai is a huge fan of this kind. Apparently he brought it back from the East himself. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him. Really now. I've yet to have the opportunity to meet him in person, but I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now? Nope, afraid not. That letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the years, stopping off wherever he pleases. So while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine. I imagine so. If rumor is to be believed, he is as proficient with the blade as Father, if not more so. Are you worried about your dad? I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skill is as immense as ever, but given the various new weapons that have come into play during this war, along with other powerful warriors such as General Oruria and that knight from Ouroboros, yeah, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do in the meantime is keep going and do what we're able. As long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time. Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights. Yeah. There you go. And I know we can overcome it, so as long as we're together. Yes. I thought we were actually at 3. We were only at 2? Oh, jeez. So they got their second one. But now I'm gonna go do stuff with, like, Emma right quick. And she is in here. It's so wonderful to be back with Celine again. Now I can focus on what we should act from here on out. How we should act. Now that we will be a particularly... Now that... Wait. Oh yeah, not that that will be a particularly easy decision. Yeah, we are glad to have you weighing in on the matter, though. Oh, I just remembered. There's something I need to buy from the fucking shop. God damn it. Okay, interruptions are done. Oh, I just remembered. There's something I need to buy from the shop in the village. Oh? I can't tell you what it is, I'm afraid. It's a secret. I have no idea what she's talking about, but she sure seems happy about it. Okay, now I'm getting curious. I know Celine's not allowed, but do you mind if I join you with your shopping? If it's okay, I mean. I know the shop here pretty well, so I might be able to find you something. Whatever it is you're looking for. Really? That would be lovely. But you've got to stay here, Celine. Reen and I can handle this on our own, so don't even try to follow us. Fine, whatever. All this scenery is creeping me... Secrecy's creeping me out anyway. Reen and Emma left a slightly sulky Celine behind and took off to the store to buy whatever it was Emma was searching for. Here we go. The color looks just right, too. That's wool, right? I didn't know you could knit. I used to do it quite often back home, actually. I've been working on a scarf for Celine for a while now as a sort of a reunion present. It's almost done, too, but I ran out of wool, so I came here to buy some more. Oh, really? In that case, why not finish it in our living room? That way you should be able to work on it without her finding out about the surprise. That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, Reen. After showing Emma to the mansion's living room, Reen decided to sit and accompany her as she worked, the both of them enjoying the soothing warmth of the fire. I made some tea, Emma. Wow, that looks great so far. Why, thank you, Reen. I think this deep blue color will really suit her personality. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see how well it'll look when it's done. It's nice to see how close the two of you are. Close? Do you really think so? She's certainly important to me, but at the same time, she's not exactly pleasant to me most of the time either. I don't think she means any harm by it. Don't tell her that I said this, but she was really worried about you the whole time we were separated. I know for a fact that she cares about you, even if she has a rough time putting it into words. Really? Thanks for telling me. We've been together since the day I was born, but I guess I still have a hard time reading her. Once I began training to become a full-fledged witch, she became my familiar. So in a sense, she's like a sister to me. Really, I'm kinda jealous. As far as siblings go, it's like you two can be completely open with one another. But when it comes to Elise, I always find myself holding back from saying what I'm really thinking. You say that, but I'm sure Celine is still keeping plenty of things from me. I certainly can be more open with her than I can be with Vita, though, at least. If you don't mind me asking, how are the two of you related anyway? You said she was something of a sister to you when you first found out her true identity. She's a sister in the sense that we both trained to become witches together. I always admired and looked up to her, both for her skill in witchcraft and beautiful voice. Even now I feel like I'll never be able to catch up to her in terms of raw talent. I see. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. All you can do is keep trying, really. I suppose. One thing's for certain, you won't be able to catch up with her in a day. You didn't learn to knit that scarf in a day, right? That took time. catching up to Vita shouldn't feel any different. All you can do is keep trying to better yourself. When you put it that way, you have a point. Thank you for the encouragement, Reen. I feel a lot better now. Eventually, Emma finished knitting the scarf and promptly delivered it to Celine. And while she may not have put it into words, it was obvious from her purring that she was very pleased. Level up. And she does have a third event that we will immediately go into. I'm so glad that Celine ended up liking the scarf after all, even if she still is too embarrassed to wear it. I'm not embarrassed. I'm just distraught that you wasted your time and energy making something for me. Make sure you get some rest, okay? I will. They're so happy together. There's gotta be some place where we can unwind together. Wait. Yes, okay. I was like sitting here for a second, I was like looking at 4. Wait. I'm using this one for Emma, using another one for Laura, and using the last 2 for Sarah. So, in that case, why don't 3 of us head out to the foot bath? We've got more than enough time, and it's a great place to relax. Oh, that does sound like a good idea. Inviting a cat to take a bath? Yeah, I'll pass, thanks. Suit yourself, Celine. We'll see you later, then. I knew her outfits would change. Ah, this feels wonderful. Celine was right. About what? She mentioned how the hot springs of Ymir had the ability to promote mana recovery for those who use them. Perhaps it's due to there being a spirit vein nearby, giving them the protection of the spirits. Really, that's interesting. It's a shame Valimar can't jump in here with us then. That's very true. Oh. What? There's no point in saying it, is there? Oh, oops. I forgot to take them off. You had them off and they appeared on. You didn't need to get that worked up about it. Although, come to think of it. What is it? You're staring an awful lot. Oh, sorry, it's just something that's been bugging me for a while. Your eyesight isn't really all that bad, is it? You noticed. Things get a little blurry, but it's not a major issue if I use a little witchcraft to compensate. Thought so. You weren't wearing them for a concert, but your whatever was still dead on. But why wear them if you don't need them? In a sense, they're symbolic of a witch's way of life. A witch must carry out their duties while nestled in the shadows of history. Reveal your true nature, and you risk straying from the witch's burden and become swayed by basic emotion. Grandmother's always said that to me ever since I was a little girl. Huh, that's funny. I'd always picture your grandmother as this friendly old lady, but it sounds like she's actually pretty strict. She has to be, really. She's both the Hexencrant's elder and a very powerful witch. So she has a responsibility to guide us in all we do. Both Vita and I were scolded by her fairly often during our training. Yeah, I can see that now. But then one day, Vita broke a taboo and vanished from the village. Grandmother seems to want to find her and punish her for what she did. But as for me, all I want to do is talk with her and find out what made her do such a thing. If I could just learn that. Sorry, Emma. What are you apologizing for? But, you know, sometimes I wonder if I'm being too naive when it comes to Vita. Even still, I'd like to think I've grown at least a little. Maybe it's about time I stopped wearing these glasses too. I couldn't tell you why, but wearing them somehow makes me feel like I'm always keeping secrets from all of you. She's already got contact lenses on. But if she wants to be true to herself, she should... If she wants to be true, then don't wear them. But she doesn't have to stop wearing them. You don't have to stop. Reen gently put Emma's glasses back on her. Reen? I don't see why you should force yourself to not wear them if you want to. Besides, we're all used to you wearing them by now. Oh, really? Still, whether you choose to wear them or not, and whether you're a witch or not, for that matter, you're still the same Emma as we'll always love. Don't forget that. Thanks, Reen. That's such a sweet thing to say. I might prefer Emma without glasses, but, you know, she doesn't have to stop wearing them. Telling her... I felt like if I said it would suit you to not wear your glasses, like saying, oh yeah, you're kind of being a little standoffish there. That's just kind of how I take it. But if I say you don't have to stop wearing them, even though I prefer her without them, it's the saying of you don't have to stop being that. You can be that while also being true to yourself. After that, they both remained at the footbath and continued wailing away time with pleasant chatter. So I'm guessing that if I had chosen you don't need to wear them, she wouldn't wear the glasses anymore throughout the game. Oh, that was so relaxing. And thank you again for encouraging me. I'll be sure to take what you told me to heart. I promise. Let's go to Instructor Sarah and see what we got going on next. She is in here. Let me save my game right quick. Well, seeing as 12 ball miles are safe, I'm guessing all the bracers here in Erebonia are probably okay. Wish I could say the same for our colleagues over in Crossbell, though. I can't even get in touch with Wenzel. A friend of yours? We go back a ways, yeah. He used to be registered as a bracer here, but eventually he packed up and moved to Crossbell. Anyway, leave worrying about the guilds to us. You've got enough on your plates as it is. Just focus on what your move is. If you feel like you need a break, I'd be happy to join you, though. Maybe I should take her up on that. That sounds nice, actually. Would you mind hanging out for a while? Striking while the iron's hot, I see. Alright, I could use the company. I was actually thinking of heading to the tavern for a drink or two. What do you say for a little change of venue? That's fine with me, but I'll stick with living the dry life. Figured you'd say that. Come on, then. No sooner had they arrived at the tavern than Sarah asked Gerald for alcohol recommendations. And after she offered to pay, Reen settled on a ginger ale. Ah, this is the good stuff. It's got a very mellow taste, but it's sweet and refreshing too. I had no idea you could make something so good out of rice of all things. It's a kind of alcohol from the east that Master Kafai brought here, I believe. Gerald said it's called Jumi Shu. That Master Kafai knows his stuff. He sounds like a man I'd love to drink the night away with. He's always a bit of a heavy drinker, so I'm pretty sure he'd take you up on that if you asked. But you might want to cut down on the booze. With things so shaky now, you never know when you'll need to take action. I know, I'm not planning on getting myself plastered when you've got that discussion later on, so don't freak out. I think I've earned a bit of alcohol relaxation time, personally. After all, I went cold turkey while I was in hiding. It was torture. Would you deny your poor instructor some sweet relief? Sure, relief. Let's call it that. What have you been doing all this time, anyway? We didn't hear so much as a rumor about you. Oh, I was just laying low, gathering what information I could through connections from my guild years. Information about what was going on elsewhere in the country, the capital in particular, that kind of stuff. In the capital? Did you manage to find anything out? No more than you did yourself, sad to say. The Noble Alliance is doing a great job of keeping information from leaking out of the city. After that, I decided to sneak into the Crimson Province to follow the Alliance's movements from there. And that was when I ended up getting in contact with Eustace. I see. It's pretty impressive you were able to do so much all on your own. Well, working alone and gathering information are two things I had to get used to during my guild years. So it was nothing new for me. If anything, I'm more impressed with everything you've managed to do. I was glad to see everyone here was okay after that Jaeger attack, too. Sounds like it was a high-ranking corpse. Yeah, the Northern Jaegers, under orders from Duke Alberea. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, even if the experience was pretty traumatic for everyone. Dad's woken up now, too, so there's been no real long-term damage there. We had the goddess's blessing in that respect. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to help when you needed it most, Reen. You don't need to apologize. You couldn't possibly have known what was gonna happen. Is something wrong? You look distracted all of a sudden. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about what a relief it is that your dad's okay. He's always seemed like such a pleasant man, especially for a noble handsome, too. I don't like where this is going. Oh, relax, I'm just kidding. Anyway, all that aside, you've made it this far. You can make it the rest of the way too. Just keep your eyes on the future, and that starts by deciding what you want to do next. You're right, we'll all be counting on your support. Ah, that is the stuff. Still works. Can you at least let me finish before you wind up passed out on the floor? After finishing her drink, Reen led an ever-so-tipsy instructor Sarah back to Phoenix Wings. Man, at this rate, freaking instructor Sarah is gonna be Wing level 4 too. And what the heck is Laura at? Laura's not even like halfway! What in the world is this? If anyone, Laura should have the highest rank here. Jeez. Well, I wonder if I should go do Laura's next one, or just do Sarah's next one now. I think we'll do... I don't know. I guess we should do Laura's next one now, I guess. Actually, we'll do Sarah's. We'll do Sarah's. No, we're gonna do Laura's. Yeah, I'm settling on Laura's. The tea was delicious. Thank you for allowing me to join you. Incidentally, Toval mentioned that you used to train somewhere deeper in the mountains. Is that true? Yeah, in the Ein's whatever range. Wait, don't tell me you're planning on going up there on your own. Well, after the break, I feel like doing something more active. A walk in this crisp, snowy mountain should clear my mind just perfectly. I wouldn't mind a mountain walk. If you're really that interested, I can show you the way there. Would you? I'd be very grateful. Then we should set out at once.